Now, for this video I'm going to try to be far more ad hoc and go without a script. Hopefully it goes okay, though certainly the more serious videos will always be scripted. Seeing as these are just silly phrases and words, I figured I could probably ad-lib, so here goes. Pull up a sandbag. Hello there, I'm Fastidious Lizard. Let's get straight into part 2 of British Army language. Walter Mitty, or Walt. A Walt is someone who pretends to be something they're not. Typically, you'll get someone who has never done any service in the army whatsoever, dress up and put on berets or medals, and you can usually tell these out straight away. They don't know what they're talking about, or they make things up that are clearly just untrue. Bloater. A bloater is typically someone who has done service, either in a sort of rear echelon corps, something like the RLC or the REME, and they pretend to do something that they haven't. So it'll be someone who knows what they're talking about with the military a bit, but then starts spinning dits about how actually they were in the SAS and they did this raid and that raid, and it's all made up, and it's normally pretty clear that it is. Tom, or Tommy, was a name given to the British soldier by the Australians. The name Tommy Atkins was written out as a demonstration in the Army Paybook, and they started using the funny name for all British soldiers they met. The name stuck and was cemented in its use through the First World War and is still used by some today to refer to soldiers. Rupert is typically the colloquial name given to an officer. Named after A.A. Milnes's Rupert the Bear, this is because in the 19th century the typical officer was from gentry and bought their commission. These officers typically dressed elegantly and often wore ridiculous trousers. Hence it carried forward to today, where you'll still hear people complaining about their Ruperts, or indeed Wooperts, just to add a further depth to the perceived toffery. You would not believe how many times it took me to record that one. Dobie. So a dobie is a wash, or a washing machine, or a bag. So you can have a dobie bag, dobie dust, which is washing powder, or just the dobie to refer to the wash. You can also be asked, have you got any dobie, as in have you got any washing? Jack. Being selfish, lazy or work shy and allowing others to do that work for you. You can be Jack to be described as a lazy party, or you can be jacked on to be let down by someone. No one likes anyone that's Jack, and to be called Jack for some is a serious wake-up call, or it bloody well should be. Gash. See previous for pump. It is bad or rubbish. However, it can also be used as a derivative for rubbish, so you can have a gash bag, i.e. a rubbish bag. Buckshee. Buckshee is something that is free. Almost nothing in life is free, however, people reckon that there is some things in the army that are buckshee. So buckshee kit would be free kit, or you can have individual items or concepts. So a buckshee pen would be a free pen, or buckshee time off would be a free day off. Scoff. Scoff is food, and during basic training is no doubt the action you have to take when you get food, i.e. eat it as fast as you can. You can also eat your scoff in the scoff house after waiting in the scoff queue. Scran. Originally from the Royal Navy, though adopted by all three services, this is another term for food. It originally stood for sultanas, currants, raisins and nuts, and was given to crews to give some variety to their diet during the era of ships of the line. A diet of salted beef and hardtack biscuits no doubt required a bit of a change once in a while. Tab. A tactical advance to battle. Typically done in all of your battle dress, including a bergen, this is the advance towards the enemy with all your kit so that you're ready to A. live and then B. fight. These used to be conducted as an 8-mile test with 25 kilograms of weight to include a rifle every 6 months to 1 year as part of yearly testing to ensure your soldering skills were kept sharp. YOMP, a young officer's marching pace. This is a simple acronym to describe how an officer marches from one place to another. They often do it very quickly because they want to get there and they're excited. Chin strapped. Someone who's chin strapped is someone who is absolutely ball bagged. They're exceptionally tired and they're done, and you can absolutely tell that they are. This is how someone would look typically at the end of a horrifying PT session. Hanging out. Much the same, and it is someone again who has clearly had enough and is absolutely, as we would describe it, hanging out of their hoop, which means that they're breathing so hard that they have to breathe through both ends, as it were. Marking time. Marking time is something you do during drill to stop, and you march on the spot. However, marking time can also be waiting for something. So if you're marking time in rank, it means that you cannot promote to the next rank because you have to wait for some reason. Index. The action taken at the end of every exercise to signify it has ended. It can be ended over the radio, by simply shouting index, or by popping smoke. This is the term everyone wants to hear as every exercise draws to its conclusion. Gibbo always has a theory that it will end a day early, but no one is fooled. They always take the time if they have it. Index can also be used as a term that anything has drawn to a close. And there we are, another group of terms that will help you to decipher what on earth I'm saying in half my videos and what soldiers are going on about when they talk to one another. I am currently making a video that is turning into a bit of an epic, hence the gap. I'll try to keep on releasing videos every week or so, though as you can imagine it's not always easy when you have a full-time job. At some point as the channel grows I will do a Q&A, so please feel free to ask me questions in the comments. I will either get back to you in the comments or add your question to those in my first Q&A video. As always, thanks for watching and have a great day. See ya!